Okay, welcome to another session in this series. In the previous session, we ended on question number 85. So here we start with question number 86. The question says each interior angle of a regular polygon is theta, where theta is the mean of 130 and 140. Okay, find the number of sides of the polygon. So we've been told that what theta is the mean of what 130 and 140. So to find the mean, that's like the average. Okay, so we add it and divide by the number of items, which is 2. So we have 270 over 2 to give us what 135. Okay, so this is what theta. Now the question says find the number of sides of the polygon. Cool. Now this is the interior angle, which is what theta, and we know the formula for interior angle is what 180 n minus 2 all over n, and then we've been given it to be what 135. So we need to equate that to 135. So now when we expand, we get, let's say this is the same as over 1. Okay, so we cross multiply, we get 135 and 180 n minus 360 is equal to 135 n. Okay, so when we flip, we have 180 n minus 135 n to give us what 360. So 45 n is equal to 360. So we divide by 45. We should get what n equals 8. Okay, n equals 8. All right, now let's move on to question number n equals 8. You have it to be what a. Let's move on to question number 87. It says find the angle marked x. Okay, cool. In order to find x here, you need to find this angle. Okay, but this angle is vertically opposite to this angle. All right, so let's label these angles what y. That means they will be the same. They're vertically opposite, so they will be the same. Okay, so let's label those angles, and then we call it y. Okay, y, and they're the same. Okay, cool. Now we know that this and this are what co-interior angles. Okay, and we know that co-interior angles add up to what 180. That means y plus 120 should give us 180. Okay, should give us 180. Okay, so that means y equal to 60. Cool. So now if you add y plus x plus 35, you get what 180, because they are what the sum of angles in a triangle. Okay, so we have x plus 60 plus 35 should give us 180. So x is what 180 minus 95. So x should give us 85. Okay, which is D. All right, let's move on to question number 88. The question says in the diagram xyz is a triangle. xyz is a triangle. yz is parallel to mn, so this and this are parallel. Okay, and fy is parallel to xz. Okay, so this and this are also parallel. We need to find this angle. Cool. Now we are going to have a lot of angles over here. Now since this is parallel to this, then we can have alternate angles, right? So this angle here is the same as this angle here, because we can have a z, and the angles at the armpit of a z are what equal. Okay, so these are alternate angles. So that means this angle right here will be equal to what 40. Okay, cool. Cool. Now this angle and this angle are also corresponding, because these lines are parallel. So that means this angle and this angle here are what corresponding. So this angle will also be what 60. So this angle right here will be what 60. Okay, All right. Now, since we know this angle and we know this angle, we can easily find this angle, right? When we add this angle, and this angle, we should get what? 180. Because the angles in the triangle add up to what? 180. Okay? Cool. So that means 40 plus 60 plus P should give us 180, right? So P is equal to 180 minus 100. P gives us what? 80. P is 80, which is C. Cool. Let's move on to question number 89. The question says, in the diagram, this is a what? Regular pentagon. Pentagon means what? How many sides? N equals what? 5. Okay? That's a pentagon. Now, that's the number of sides. Calculate the size of angle SPQ. So this is the angle we are looking for. Okay? Now, before we find this weird angle, let's find the interior angle of this regular what? Polygon. Okay? Since this is a regular polygon, all the angles will be the same. And we know the formula, right? The formula is 180 n minus 2 all over n. Okay? But here we know that n is equal to what? 5. So we can put 5 minus 2 all over 5. Right? So the interior angle will be what? 180 times 3, which is 540. 540 over 5. When we divide this, we get what? 108. Okay, so this is the interior angle. So that means this angle is 108. This whole angle is 108. This also 108. This whole angle is 108. And this whole angle is also 108. Cool? Alright. Now, since this is a regular polygon, that means the sides are all the same. Okay? The length of the sides are the same. That means this triangle over here will be an isosceles triangle because it has two sides. What? The length of two sides will be the same. That means this angle right here and this angle right here will be the same. Okay? But we know this angle to be what? 180. Sorry, 108. Sorry, 108. So let's label that 108. So we can find this angle right here, this small angle right here, by what? Subtracting the sum of the triangle, the sum of the angles here from what? 108. Okay? So from 180. So assuming we label this angle with blue and we call that angle X, that means that this X is the same as the X over here. These two angles are the same, right? So that means X plus 108 should give us what? 180. Okay? So we have X plus 108 gives us 180. So 2x will give us 108 minus, 180 minus 108. Cool. So x will give us 78 divided by 2, and that will be 36. Cool. So that means this x over here, which is the same as this angle as well, is what? 36. 36. Now, since we know this small angle, then we can find this angle. Okay? Because the total angle is what? This total angle right here is what? 108. Okay? So to find this angle alone, we need to add this angle and then this angle together. Okay? But here is 36. So what will be here? That will be 108 minus 36. Cool? So our answer is 108 minus 36. And that will give us what? 72. Okay? Cool. I think we'll have to stop here for now. 72 is B, right? Okay, cool. We have to stop here for now. In the next session, we move on to question number 90. Thank you so much for watching this session. See you again next time. Bye.